This is my recording for 23.1 providers and job sectors. So, firstly, I'm going to introduce the sports industry providers, and there are three sport industry providers which each provide different ways for people to be involved and participate in sport. The public sector are facilities funded by the government through taxes or the lottery. These could be facilities such as the skate park down at the level or the Prince Regent swimming pool. Due to them being funded, this means that the cost to enter is usually very low or nothing at all. The reason the government fund these facilities is to try and get more people participating in sport. However, most facilities contain low standard and basic equipment. There may be times where equipment breaks and it takes weeks to be replaced. The private sector is the opposite to the public sector, as it is where companies or organisations use facilities to make their own profit. This is from people who may pay membership fees to attend a gym that may be owned by a private company such as Virgin Active. Members may pay much more money to attend the private sector compared to the public sector, but the equipment may be state-of-the-art and in much better condition. The last sector is the voluntary sector, which is where people volunteer to create a Sunday league football club or after-school club. This may be parents or something, and this makes the sector get neither funding from the government or make profit. The volunteering sector offers coaching or supports or sporting help from parents who may be passionate about sport, and this means that it isn't usually elite help. But sometimes you would get footballers come down maybe and volunteer to help run a football session maybe sometimes. But there are four sectors in the sports industry which divide specific needs in sport into categories. The first category is sport and recreation, and this sector is where people get active within the sport themselves and managing or coaching, and this may include jobs such as PE teaching or a football manager. These examples show that sport and recreation careers may be either amateur or elite sports people, and these people are important in increasing mass participation as they can get more people involved in sport, but they can also increase elite ability by training and working the best sports men or women to their best ability. The second category is health and fitness, and these could be careers that are involved around looking after the well-being of sports people. This could be jobs such as a professional trainer or a nutritionist that help us understand the best ways to look after our bodies, whether this be the way we exercise or the way we eat. These people are important as they help mass participation people stay fit and away from disease, but they can also gain help give help to elite sportsmen or women and get the right nutrients into their body so they can perform to their maximum ability. Outdoor education is the next category, which involves careers where people can coach and instruct adventurous activities such as rock climbing and water sport. People in these careers are helpful in mass participation as they can help people get involved in more sports that are new and different. And then the final job sector is sport and exercise science, where there's huge influence of science in sport, where jobs such as psychologists or physiologists can help increase usually elite performers' ability mentally and physically when they perform. So sport and recreation job role. So the role of a PE teacher is to teach and help young people in schools learn about sports and sporting skills. As you'll be working with kids, it is important that you obtain a DBS or disclosure and barring service so that you can show you have the authority and qualification to effectively and safely work with kids. Other qualifications you may need include a GCSE and a BTEC or an A-level in PE, as well as a degree in physical education and the school's direct course, where you are recruited as a trainee in an actual school. If you achieve this, and the hard work could see you on a salary of around £22,000 to £33,000 per year. You may not need to spend some of this money on travel, as you could work at a nearby school, and as a PE teacher you may opt to cycle to work. If you're struggling as a teacher, or you feel the need to sharpen up your skills, then you may take place in workshops such as Shape America. Skill sets you need to sharpen up include being a good communicator, especially as working with children. They may cause noise, so you need to project your voice over them to give clear instructions. which is also important for their safety. Hours are usually fixed as there'll be school hours, so like maybe like at least 9 to maybe 3ish. So probably that's during when the kids are in school, but you're probably being more planning and evaluating with others. So 9 till 5, 8 till 5, sometimes 6. But competition as well with other PE teachers will be difficult, as there's only a limited amount of schools around, especially locally. If you won't have more than at least 5 local schools, maybe even less than that usually. So other people make strong competition. So you may want to increase your skill set with other courses such as Shape America to get you in the door. And health and safety requirements as a PE teacher are quite important because you're leading physical activity with little kids and stuff, and you've been given the authority with their parents and that to look after them. Next is a health and fitness job, and this is the role of a nutritionist, who give the client a plan of what diet they should carry out over a set period. This could be given a footballer a set of planned meals to eat for each day over the course of a season. This would usually include a balanced diet. The steps to take to get into this career would include your obtaining a bachelor's degree in health and nutrition, food science. It may be a good course to take as an undergraduate. The salary in this profession would earn you £22,000 to £28,500 per year with the NHS, but as an experienced individual being self-employed, you could earn up to £50,000 a year. Being self-employed will mean that you may have to travel, and this may cause expense, with usually petrol, as you find it more convenient to drive. There isn't many courses to help improve as a nutritionist, as you will learn the majority of what is needed to be learned at university. Your knowledge may grow as your experience does. A common skill set as a nutritioner would be someone who has a good development of and knowledge of nutrition mixed with cooking ability to be able to mix the two and help give others advice on what meals to eat. And this is vital as a nutritionist. As an NHS nutritionist, you would work up to 37.5 hours a week. But being self-employed will give you flexible hours. You may pick and choose the clients, and what hours to work. The competition to become a dietitian differentiates depending on the course of education you take. You can go through quick education by doing a nutrition degree, and then by taking the GRE exam. And if you pass, you can take an internship. This usually means tough competition for some people who have a longer education by taking a 5-year didactic program in dietetics with a BSc in dietetics, at which point you can take the license test, become a registered nutritionist. Finally, as a nutritionist, you will have to take precautions to not harm clients. This could mean purposely giving clients poor diet plans, as a client may follow every instruction you give, as they are paying for experienced professional. You also have to be careful with allergies. Asking the client if they have allergies before setting them a diet plan saves you from giving possibly life-threatening allergy problems. And next, outdoor education job role. As a rock climbing instructor, you will need to teach people who may have just been introduced to the sport. It is your job to keep them safe and help them learn the sport efficiently and effectively. To get this profession, you will need to be able to take part in multiple climbing awards, including learning yourself and then leadership certificates. You could gain some incredible mountaineering certificates as training to be an instructor. Instructor grows with experience, and it means more if you have a different types of training. Salary differs on the hours you do, as one job is advertising for £8.70 an hour, and these hours differ depending on what classes you have to teach. The job advertised in this case would mean for me to travel to Barnet, which isn't too far from London. However, this is still far away, but the best thing is you have different ways to travel. So you could choose the train or you can drive. They both cost as much to each other with the comparison to train tickets and petrol. As a climbing instructor, your range of opportunities to grow is maximal. You can take part in loads of certificates such as international mountaineering as a leader, etc. As an instructor, you're expected to have a required skill set to be able to manage the mountain certificates. The skill sets such as having good communication in order to give quality teaching points to learners. You need to keep positive and maintain a good image for the company you may work for, so that you get more clients coming back. You'll also need to be very acute when thinking about health and safety as well, because you'll be the leader for learners climbing high walls. You need to make sure that all the safety requirements are in place, as the injury could be serious or fatal, and this may well help you lose your job. The competition to enter isn't as tough as many others, as this is a newish, modernised job, and many still don't know about it. It's also a job that can be created from a hobby, so you may have done climbing before and fancied it, teaching others how to do it and stuff. Finally, the last one, sport and exercise science job, and as a physiologist, your job would be to help clients recover from illness, and most commonly sporting injuries. This may be a physiotherapist at a rugby club to help them recover from the injuries that you usually inherit on the field of play. To get your way into this profession, you will need to be registered onto the Health and Care Professions Council. But to get into this, you will firstly need to successfully complete a degree in physiotherapy. You will not always start off treating sporting injuries too. Many times as a rookie, you will help the elderly with their illness and physical problems that they have occur. Working on for the NHS could earn you £22,000, £28,000 per year. However, going with experience in self-employment like a nutritionist, you could earn £26,000 to £35,000 a year. And again, just like a nutritionist, you will have different times you will need to transport around. Working with the NHS may see you located nearby a local hospital or something, or surgery, and not have to travel as much. But self-employment or travelling with a professional team on the way gains may see you transport more, but usually the professional team would cover your funds for that. You can develop your career as a physiotherapist with other degrees and professional framework before developing your career and skills. You need a set of physiologist characteristics and skills, and this could be such as having a greater understanding of science and how it can affect the human body to maximise performance as you're working with clients who have suffered with career and life-changing injuries. You need to come across confident so that they feel like they're in good hands and they will be looked after. This is due to how health and safety is vital in this profession, because you can aggravate injury. Also, by becoming a BASES accredited scientist to improve credibility, this could see an increase in the amount of clients you get. It shows you have improved experience. However, causing injury to clients by giving them wrong exercises can see you lose the accreditation, and people will be more aware of the mistakes that have happened in the past. The hours you work as a physiologist differ with the client's appointments. You may work evenings and early mornings, as you will have to accept the times that suit the clients rather than yourself. The competition to become a physiologist, however, is tough due to how a physiologist can have many clients, and it makes it difficult for new scientists to get other clientists because they're already registered to their own. So if I were to do a placement in one of these jobs, I'd choose to do it as a physiologist. This is because I am passionate about sport and football, and physios will be very commonly used in football with the physical injuries that they can obtain. I suit this profession as I think going to uni and working to get degrees and then have practical courses running alongside fits how I learn best. However, a weakness I would have in the profession may be working with the elderly and giving them massages and stuff in order for them to get better. To get physical with your hands would be tough for me, and not touchy-feely, I guess, and then persons not touchy-feely person. I'll struggle giving the patient the best treatment and service that they can get. So I would choose to get a placement as a physio, as the learning suitability for me is perfect and will help me reach my maximum ability. It will also allow me to meet new people, and if my experience and quality grows, then maybe I can even meet some top athletes and be a part of their achievements, help them get back from injury. And finally, I feel it will help me overcome a fear of touching people and massaging them, and this could help me feel better in my ability. A result of this, of course, would be how I'd meet favourite sports people or work with an actual football club, which will increase how passionate and willing I am to do well in this profession. And this will see a better outcome from my work.